the former University of Ife was renamed after Obafemi Awolowo. So what has happened is not a big deal. It's not anything that anybody will start crying foul of. Around 2 a.m., the chief security officer of this institution called me on phone to inform me of the impending protest, and I needed to swing into action. I called the dean of students. We all came out, in order to step me down. We were not informed. Nobody told us. Even before now, that they had been trying to do so. I was with the council chairman. I took them to the council chairman about 4 or 5 days ago, and we spoke to them. We appealed to them that the issue will be resolved, but we also let them know that they have precedents, from various places. The council chairman and, of course, the honorable commissioner was also informed. But this morning, I was surprised that these boys, in spite of the effort being made by all of us, the management, the council chairman, the commissioner for education, I was surprised that they came out early this morning. But I want to tell you that everything is under control. The situation is under control. The management is on ground to see that there are no casualties.
We are having the protest because the renaming of the institution by His Excellency Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, whereby the students of the Polytechnic Ibadan, we are refuting because we want our name to be retained as the Polytechnic Ibadan.
Of the greatest Nigerian students! Your protest to this government secretariat is actually appreciated because you have conducted yourself in a peaceful manner. I have listened to your president. I heard what you are demanding for. And as you know, the governor is not around. That has been confirmed to you. Your agitation will be taken and placed before the governor for your state.
Since all we have been agitating for is a response, is a recognition, and coming here today, we have achieved that. Okay, we have achieved that. Now the next thing we do is to hear the confirmation from the governor. Do you understand? So right here and right now, we have achieved something. We've been able to come out in mass and tell the state government that we do not want VOBI. So let us wait and we will hear from the governor. Do you understand? And of the greatest Nigerian student.
All right, there you have it. Students of the Polytechnic Ibadan, your state, yesterday where they staged a protest over the renaming of the institute, not having that. And so academic and other activities were put on hold at the institution, while hundreds of commuters plying major roads in Ibadan were also stranded as a result of the protest. And then you saw them, you saw the acting rector, speak on that. The deputy governor as well spoke on behalf of the government to say the governor is not around, but we have Hawali Abiola. MKO was to be institutionalized, the memory rather, and it was suggested, okay, why you're not UNILAG, being a federal institution under the Goodluck Jonathan then, the alumni of the school, the student protested, and so that decision was rescinded. We're about to have that now, and the bit. Of renaming educational institutions, after individuals. Is it really still popular again? Look into that right now. Nade Jalabi is here. What's your take on this? The students are saying no to that. But these was a governor of the state as well. And the state government is saying, we must immortalize this man.
Of course.
You can only use a state-owned institution for that.
That's what you can do. It's not possible.
Saying no.
It's not possible you go to the University of Ibadan and say you want to name it after Omololu Olunloyo because it's a federal university, right? Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, was named after, Sir Ladoke Akintola. Obafemi Awolowo University was formerly the University of Ife, named after. These are people who have paid the price for what we have today. You see a lot of people, they call themselves Awoist, even though they don't have anything close to, those Babas. But, these are people, and now even people who have not left office are naming almost everything after themselves. They are doing that. So I don't see it as a crime. What's nothing like a serious conversation before this decision was made? I think also our leaders need to know that, see, when you want to make, there is something we call actors in public policy formation and implementation. We have the institutionalized actor. In this case, it might be the governor, the school management, Ministry of Education, and all those. Then the non-institutional actors might be the SCG, the civil society organizations, and some organizations that, they don't have the legal power to have a conversation on it, but they have a say on it. Now, you can have this conversation with them. See, this is our plan. You cannot you've named a couple of roads after former governor. Former governor Alawakala, a major road that link Ogbomoso with Ishayin was named after him, beside the Baptist Seminary in Ogbomoso. A lot of governors like that, monuments.
Even Obafemi Awolowo, almost every state capital have an Obafemi Awolowo way. Almost every state capital in the north has an Amadu Bello way. Yeah.
Ibrahim Taiwo way, there is Ibrahim Taiwo way in the morning. Do you get all those things? Now, we need to understand that some of these people pay the price for what we enjoy today. And the only thing we can do is to also imitate. And it's not only in Nigeria. In fact, there was a day I was in Abuja, and I was asking someone, why is it that in Nigeria, we have virtually everywhere, we have something Nelson Mandela. In Abuja, you have Monrovia Way. In Osogbo here, we have Nelson Mandela Freedom Park. We have every... Now, so why is it difficult that our own leaders... That's why I had the issue. And it was because Jonathan was a soft president. That was why he couldn't go through. You will protest for a couple of days and you will get tired. That's what Nigerian politicians will do. Now, for students of the Polytechnic Ibadan, understand that the important thing is not in the name of the institution. It is in what you bring out of the institution. If your university is named the best name, if your university is named God University, and you are not godly in that university, you still not representing the name of the school. So we need to just know that some of these things, they are not done in bad, whatever. Faith. They are not done in bad faith. Victor Omololu Olunloyo was a former governor in Oyo State. The Polytechnic Ibadan is state-owned. If tomorrow a governor comes to Osun State and he said he wants to name Osun State University after maybe Baba Kande, BC Akande University or whatever, to immortalize him.
All right, Mr. Alabi, we are really running out of time. Well, you said something. You said there is nothing really important.
I don't see a big deal.
That's
there.
From your. That's from you, on your part, on your own part. But the students see differently. The students attach
ask them what's the only reason
the name.
They don't like the fact that it is maybe OOP.
Yeah, let me put it like this. Let me put it like this.
What I've been giving him is VOPI.
Hold on. Let me put it like this. You have institutions in other parts of the world. If you go to the United States, for instance, you have the Ivy League institutions like Harvard, Princeton, and Yale. They don't joke with those names. If you want, they don't joke. So students attach, a very
importance,
significant meaning to the name of the school. It's almost emotional.
That is
so. Would you really blame them for protesting?
Today, if you ask an average OAU graduate, which do they prefer, University of Ife or OAU? They prefer the OAU, the greatest Ife, OAU.
Or maybe depending on generation.
Ogbafemi, Ogbawo. Is you taking pride in most of the time, people want to, we allow sentiment or whatever because we don't like the name, because we don't like the acronym, because we don't like the way it sounds in our earrings. That's why we want to, if the government chooses to immortalize, Olabisi Onabanjo is in Agogo now, OOU. Right. And the name has been there for years. Right. It was named after a particular person in that state. So for me, no offense, I don't see it as a crime. If a governor comes tomorrow and name my alma mater after a former governor in Oyo State, so be it. It's a state property. I have my certificate already.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. I have my certificate already from the school, and even if the name will be that will be on the certificate, must be quite different. What is important is that what is on my head is there.
All right. Absolutely.
The issue, some of the concerns is, because maybe some, as we round off, is the fact that there are narratives that maybe he hasn't worked. He was only governor for 3 months. October 1, 1983 to December 31, 1983.
But he was the governor of the state.
Yeah, they will feel, what has he done to really deserve that?
He was the governor of the... Now,
we hope to see the result.
Femi,
we're out of time.
Femi, I'm sorry to say this, but nobody has raised an eyebrow about current president who more than 5 monuments have been named.
All right, we will look into that in other programs. I want to sincerely thank you, Lade Jeremy.
It's always a pleasure.
And it's always a pleasure to have you around. You are, on the sidelines. Now you are back in the start.